Hello friends, I'm very sure you must have heard the term called AI agent. Well, this is a project on which I had been working for the last few days, and finally I've got something to show in front of you guys. What it is going to do? Extracting text from PDF and generating intelligent responses. I know you can't make out what does this mean. Let me show you how it is going to work. So let's click on the register button right over here, and it is going to ask a question. You can choose language and you can even choose a file. So let's choose a file first. So I'm going to select the file, which is a very popular book called Let Us See by Yaswant Kanitkar. So that's a PDF file, and now I'm going to ask question. Well, this is the PDF file which is in front. This is the file which has got 743 pages, and here I'm going to ask a question, any question that is associated to this particular PDF. Let me ask a question like, what is struck in C? Well, I'm preferring the language as English, and I click on the search button. Now the process of searching is taking place. What it is doing, what my AI agent is doing, well, the question or the prompt which I have given right over here, the language which I have chosen, the AI agent, which is the Google's Gemini 2.0, is searching in this particular file, the PDF which I have provided, and from this PDF, this particular question it will try to frame, it will try to understand that where exactly this particular question has been given out of this 700 plus pages, and from there it will figure out and it will make the answer in front of us. Well, it would take a bit of time, because you can well understand that a file of 700 plus pages would need to scan, and okay, here comes the answer. A structure gathers together different atoms information that comprises a given entity. The control statement that allows us to make a decision from number of choices is called switch. Well, it is talking about structure also, it is talking about switch also. Nonetheless, that's a good, but at least the response came. Let me ask a little bit of more question, like what is an array? What is an array? Okay, let me put the same question again. And let's see whether it comes up with different answer or not. The question is same, what is struck in C? Okay, so let's see what any new answer, whether it is able to frame or not. And remember, you are passing a PDF file, so this PDF is been forwarded to the Google's Gemini, and while doing that I have to convert this PDF into a byte format so that the model can go through that particular like the resource, and from there it has to figure out what exactly the answer would be. Well, it is not just about asking a question like this, but at the same time you can ask a sample program also, but the only thing is that it would take a bit of time. Okay, here it is. Provide, now it is a different set of answer is coming. Provide a data type that allows you to handle such as collection effectively. So it is a different answer this time it has come up with. Okay, let me ask the question like, can you provide me an example of an array? Okay, and let me click on the search button. I didn't say which language, I didn't say. I'm expecting that it will confine its search only to this particular file. Well, you must be thinking that what if I ask a question that is not relevant to this particular file? That also will do that, don't worry. That also I've taken care that the search criteria will be confined, will be restricted within this particular PDF file only. If you try to ask any other question which is not relevant to the file, your AI must, or AI agent must be able to handle that as well. Let me see whether it can come up with an example. Okay, and it has to go through this entire PDF file, and from there it has to find out what example it can. Okay, it has come up with this example. See, correctly it has framed that this is an array by the name of a num, and it has created this particular items in the array. This is a good one, right? Okay, so now suppose if I ask a question like, who is the Prime Minister of India. What do you think? Is this question present in my PDF file? Of course no. So how exactly the AI agent would respond in this particular scenario? Let me see that also. We have to figure out, okay? Because if you are like when you are creating a chatbot like this, your chatbot should be smart enough to come up with the answer, and and that answer should be present in the file, and if it is not, then what would be its response? That also we need to see, okay? So let's see. The only thing, as I said, that it is taking a bit of time to figure out the answer. Well, of course I will work more on this particular project so that I can minimize the time taken to collect the relevant answer from this. See, this question is not provided in the document. Such a smart way it has figured out, right? Okay, we can even change the language also. Suppose I'm going for the language called Bengali, and let's ask a question like, what is okay, give me an example of for loop. Give how to declare a for loop, right? Let me ask this way: how to declare a for loop? Okay, and the language I have chosen in Bengali. Well, syntax of course it will not be in Bengali, but still let's see what happens in this case, what it does. How to declare a for loop. Let me see what it's going to do in this case. So we saw previously that in case if the question is not present inside that particular file, it is clever enough to figure out that, and then it will give a smart answer to that question, that it is not present in the document, right? So all these questions, whatever you are going to ask, that should be confined within this particular file. And as I was working on this, I have seen a wide range of questions I have asked. In fact, I was asking even that a particular topic is present in which particular page number. That also it is able to answer that. That means you can figure out that even. Means it is really, Google Gemini is really a smart way of dealing with this stuff. And as I said, that it just, okay, see over here, it has come up with the syntax. So initialization of counter, testing of the counter, and increment of the counter, do this and this and this. And see over here, it has been stated very clearly, even in the Bengali format as well. So loop. So what should you say? This is really an amazing way of handling, isn't it? I'm really mesmerized with this. Okay, so long we are working on one particular file. Shall we change the file? Yes, why not? We come up with, suppose, a file like Django. How about this file? Okay, this is a Django for professional. Let's choose this particular file, and let me ask a question related to Django. Okay, and let me choose the language back to English again over here. So let me ask Django that how to declare variable. How to declare variable. I didn't mention the language over here. How to declare a variable. Let me write over here. I didn't mention the I didn't mention which particular language it is, right? So let me click on the search button. Now let's see what it does. It is, I'm expecting that the syntax should come, or it should give the answer in context to Django and not in context to C language, because I have sent a new file, so the file got changed. So let me see how it's handled this particular file. And remember one thing, like I'm just right now I'm working only on the part of the text. Okay, the question is not provided. Well, I don't know why it said that. Okay, let me put the question again in this way: how to declare a int variable, how to declare an int variable. Let me see this question, whether it is able to figure out or not. How to declare an int variable. Okay, see, it all that matter is like what kind of file you are uploading, and how exactly the file has been framed. Of course, those things are also important. I have just downloaded few random PDF file, and I just tried to okay, over here also same thing, it's coming. Okay, let me change this particular file, and let's come up with some other PDF file of Django. Over here, yeah, this is also good enough. Design a microservice using Django is there. Ultimate development for web development. Okay, this is also about Python. Fine, no issue. So let's try out the same question: how to declare an int variable. Okay, so let me ask this question to this particular file. Now let's see what this file is going to come up with any answer or not. Okay, if the previous files it couldn't, let's see what it does with this particular file. So like it took me good amount of time, because see over here the whole thing is dynamic, and it is more, it's a graphical based, and this is something what I tried to intend it right from the very beginning. Like I wanted to work on the GUI environment where the user has a very flexibility of choosing the question. Okay, here also same thing is saying, okay, let me frame the question a bit different way, like how to declare variable in Python. Okay, now can it work in this way? Okay, let's see what it does in this case, because I have mentioned the word Python over here, because this is a program book of Django. So let's see what it does. I don't know whether it can come up with the answer or not. This is just randomly I'm putting the question. Okay, so what it does, let me see. So I'm just waiting to come. I hope that this time it comes up with some answer to this question, and had that been a book of Python it would have been better, but nonetheless let's see if we can figure out some syntax from this book, or else we will come up with okay, in Python you don't need to declare variable beforehand. Variable act as a pointer to object. That is good enough. Okay, give an example of variable in Python. That will be, at least an answer came over here, right? Give me an example of variable usage of variable in Python. Okay, give me an example of usage of variable in Python. Let me see what it does this time. See, I'm framing different questions, and the good part of Google Gemini is it can understand these strings such a nice way, and then it can perform the screening. Okay, the model which I have used is Google Gemini 2.0 Flash. That's the model which I have used, and even 1.5 was also there, but I tried to go with this version because I found this one was more effective. And as I was saying, that the question which you will put forward, okay, over here see, it has come up with a good, this is a variable, this is also a variable, this is also a variable. It has now able to figure out the thing very nicely. So these are all questions related to Python, right? So now suppose if I ask, give an example of using a variable in C. Now I'm not going to expect variable in C right over here, right? But still I did intentionally give an example of usage of variable in C, but still remember this book is on Python or Django, so naturally the content of C won't be there. Let me see what it does in this case. This is like a naughty stuff I'm doing intentionally, knowing that this book is of different subject, but again the AI is all about AI smartness, right? As I was exploring, I was seeing that how smartly it was handling the code part, and if you really work on the code you will also be like, you will be super excited the way the string okay, this question not provided. This is really a clever way of handling, okay, because it is not from this particular book. Okay, let me ask this question, like can you explain me what is MVT? Let's see what it does in this case. I hope that it come up with this answer. What is MVT? Okay, so like I will be using this particular program in my due course of time, and I will try to explore more. And because I want to keep up an option over here, like to add more flexibility, like I would like to search from the PDF which I'm doing right now. Now apart from the PDF, if it has to search from internet, that also it can do it. Okay, so it can give me a prompt like this way, like this particular question is not in your PDF, would you like me to search from internet? So if I say yes, or if I come up with some option, it will go to the internet and it will come up. Oh, very good. See, MVT stands model view template and design pattern, very nicely it has find out. Can you give me an example? Can you explain with example? Let me append the prompt. Can you explain me with example about example what is MVT? Okay, can you explain me with example what is MVT? Let me see what it does this time. Can it frame an example to make me understand that how this particular 3-letter word actually means? Let me see what it does in this case. Yeah, as I was saying, that I want to more refined my this particular application. This is one of the core feature of my project, because you can well understand that NLP is really a hot cake in modern days, and Gen AI is really becoming, generative AI is really playing a very crucial role. So right now I'm working on the PDF file. How about going for even the images? Okay, so what it does is, given the full form, here is a part. Model define the database structure. Good. View means the response, that is also fine. Response or processing request, that is good, and determine the presentation of data. So nonetheless, it's really working very very well. So if I put a naughty question like, who is the CM of West Bengal? Let me see what it does in this case. Okay, what answer will it give? And this is something which I was doing, like when I was preparing this project, I was trying out different questions, and very nice answer I was getting. But nonetheless, I have restricted to this, that in case if it is unable to, if the AI agent is unable to figure out the answer, then it will restrict itself to a certain statement, so that it does not go hayward. Okay, so I believe it will come up with a smart answer in this for this particular question. Yeah, as I was saying, that I would like to improvise this particular thing more in details. The question is not provided in the document. Okay, that's really great. And what to say? Well, this is all about AI agent. So when you talk about AI agent, there are basically three things that you must keep it in mind. First is the input handling. The input which I gave was in the form of query as well as the PDF file. Well, this will vary time to time, because I really want to upgrade this particular program, that along with PDF I want to explore the images also. Of course, that I will be doing. Reasoning and decision making. This is really amazing. The AI has a capability of reasoning to figure out. Okay, it processes the PDF, try to understand the text, and from there to come up with a compact answer, the answer what it will provide is like, it is making a decision that yes, that answer is restricted within the question what you're putting forward. And of course, the action which is in the output, it returns an AI generated response based on the document content. So, and keeping you restricted within the uploaded file. This is really important challenge which I was facing initially, like when I was I wanted to keep my answer restricted within the PDF file, not go out of that PDF. Okay, and that's what you saw even when I was asking some unwanted question. It was really handling smartly. So finally I can say that this is really a big achievement for me, that I have been able to come up with a GUI application where I'm creating an AI agent, and this can be transformed into a chatbot and many more things I can work on. Many more ideas are coming in my head. So whatever I do, definitely I will inform you guys, and I will show how the thing is working. And I would love you people to learn AI and get into AI, because ultimately that's what the future lies. Okay, so that's all from this video presentation. See you soon. Bye bye, take care, good night.